It is 6 o'clock on Monday, July 1st. We'll call our meeting to order. Start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next we'll have the roll call.
Simonson?
Yes.
Rickrell?
Yes.
Lyon?
Yes.
Hollister?
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes.
Alinger?
Yes.
Bennett? Yes.
Okay, do we have an approval for tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Colister, seconded by Bennett. If there's no discussion, take the roll.
Simonson?
Let's start with Rick roll.
Oh, sorry,
That's
I
fine.
forgot
Okay.
about that part.
You're okay.
Rickrell?
Yes.
Lyon?
Yes.
Hollister?
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes.
Alinger?
Yes.
Bennett? Yes. And
Yes.
Simonson?
Item 5 is public participation. We have nobody in the audience. Is there anybody on Zoom wishes to address the council? If not, we'll move on. We have no presentations for tonight. Item 7 is a public hearing. It's a public hearing regarding final design for Community Development Block Grant, Community Facilities and Services. This involves Sunshine Learning Center project. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. I'm not sure if any of you have received any comments on this. We don't have anyone here tonight or on Zoom. I personally have received no negative comments, just curious positive comments about the Sunshine Project overall. And there was some design documents attached to your council packet, and I'm no perfect person at reading engineering documents, but I did confirm by way with the designer that it does add 19 0 to 2 children into the design process, and at this point, we're just kind of hoping for some low bids so they can incorporate the parking lot into that grant package. I don't have any other further comments unless you do.
Okay.
The only comments I've heard about that is people asking with the renovations for that, if that's gonna increase their childcare rates there. I didn't have an answer for that. That was shortly before I came.
I suspect that'd be like a business decision and a market one too, because they don't want to overprice themselves. And then they're looking for other places. It's just a tough question to answer. And, you know, I know the situation pretty well, unfortunately, in town. There's not much variance between one place versus the other. It's kind of a going tight rate in town for anyone that's in this position.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Alinger. Go ahead and take the roll.
Lyon?
Yes.
Hollister?
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes.
Alinger?
Yes.
Bennett?
Yes.
Simonson?
Yes.
Rickrell?
Yes.
Okay, we make it to item 8, which is our consent agenda, consisting of the minutes from June 17, 2024, regular city council meeting. Our bills payable through July 1st, 2024, in the amount of $1,091,776.39. And we have the reappointment of Cindy Hepker and Lynn Bopes to the library board.
So moved.
Motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Hollister?
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes.
Alinger?
Yes.
Bennett?
Yes.
Simonson?
Yes.
Rickrell?
Yes.
Lyon?
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item 9 is old business. We have none, so we'll move on to 10, which is new business. Item A is a resolution accepting bids for 2024 individual sidewalk repair work.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This was actually due to go on the last council meeting, but we lacked actual photos to go along with these files, and those were obtained. The file themselves is fully complete in my perspective, and what happens here is typically as a result of real estate inspections from a transaction or a complaint pushes this to the Public Works desk, and these are photographed, and then they go into an abatement letter. If it does not get remediated, it eventually falls into this list here today. These were advertised for bid, and now we're in a position with that bid that we proceed forward. And so eventually what will happen is some of these large defects will be repaired, and there's a couple heavy items in this bid list, but if you go to that address, it looks like it needs it. If you have any further questions, I'm happy to answer them.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Colister,
Second.
Seconded by Bennett. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item B is a resolution awarding Chatden Company LLC a downtown incentives grant, Façade Grant, in the amount of $10,000 upon verification of completed work and final qualified costs. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Did I interrupt someone? No. This is our first application towards the Downtown Incentives Grant Program this year. Then the last week, I've received 2 more, in fact, so it's going pretty well. And we're excited to push this forward, and this is part of the city's TIF claim each year. The council objectively has wanted to do about $70,000 within this next budget year for downtown improvements. So we fell short of that goal pretty significantly this past year for one reason or another. But it seems like a lot of projects are lining up for the downtown this time, and this is the first of a few probably coming soon.
Okay.
So moved.
Motion by Colister. Seconded by Rickrell. And if there's no discussion, take the roll.
Alinger,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item C is a resolution declaring items as surplus equipment and authorizing sale. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. We're seeking to declare these 2 items as surplus, and one's pretty self-explanatory. If you looked at your packet, it's a red truck. Maybe we get a few $1,000s for it. We've replaced it with the park truck, but we're still in possession of this one, just seeking to offload this at this point. The next one is a hydrostop insert valve, and if any of you are experienced in wastewater or water, this is a temporary valve placement that adjusts anywhere from 4 to 12 inches. It might be used for something they're doing up at the East Water Tower right now. They haven't used this in years, and any time they've had to do this work, they've actually contracted it out. And so it's kind of sat in the corner of the building for quite some time. And, we discovered the truck, and we wanted to push it out to surplus so that we can recapture that value. Since we're having that conversation, we asked the department heads if there was anything else sitting out there, and this is the only item that was brought up.
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion by Colister,
Second?
seconded by Bennett. If we have no discussion, take the roll.
Bennett,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Alinger.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item D is a resolution approving change order number 2 in the amount of $3,650 and submitted by Ihrig Works for the truck storage building steel replacement project. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This is change order 2 and probably the strangest item on your council agenda tonight. And what I've gathered is that they started this project, they pulled off steel to replace it, because that's what we talked about before. Took a look at a few bad spots of insulation, and then the facing horizontal boards were rotten. And that was not known during the bidding. And I don't have a good answer for you on that, on why that occurred. But you should know that it's certainly in the need category. And the phone call I took from John Hobson that day made me quite a bit alarmed about how much lumber we were actually replacing and what the cost may be heading into this, because I knew that we were going to be pretty close to that 100,000 mark anyway. Eventually, they reported that it was $3,650 all in, which I think is good. I hope not to have these minor change orders for you on projects like this that are relatively minor in my mind in the future. But it's something that, as I've been told, the metal has to attach to something. And then there's also an insulation question in the future at a later time of what do we do here to protect our winter trucks from getting hard moisture freeze on some of that, expensive equipment. So I would anticipate that there will probably be some other version of an insulation quote coming in the future. We're just trying to get this all accomplished in order and corrected so that we can move on. Do you have any questions? I know it was kind of a
Have we figured out the root cause as to why it's rotting?
water penetration got in between that metal. I mean, that metal was severely aged in the first place. This probably shouldn't have gone on this long. And once that water got into that insulation, it didn't have anywhere to go and then took a run at those wood boards.
Is it from the roof or the actual siding itself?
I don't know that, but I believe it's from the old siding. We're not replacing the roof.
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion by Simonson,
Second.
seconded by Coolman. And if we have no discussion, take the roll.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Coleman,
Yes.
Alinger,
Yes.
Bennett.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item E is a resolution approving plans, specifications, form of contract, and authorizing invitation to bid for the Sunshine Learning Center project. Go ahead.
I have nothing further to add, Mayor.
Okay.
Thank you.
So moved.
Okay, motion by Colister, seconded by Rickrell. Any discussion? Then take the roll.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister,
Yes.
Coleman,
Yes.
Alinger,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Next is reports and communications. Anybody on the council have anything for tonight?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
The Maquoketa Valley Isaac Walton League received a very, very generous donation from the Whitetail Unlimited. And so Brian had put in another order, so they will be adding 150 largemouth bass, 100 more hybrid bluegill, and 6 more grass carp at the end of this week out there at Horseshoe Pond.
Wow. Okay,
Very, very generous folks out there. It's
Very nice.
there's tons of people out there. It's like, oh, and also the Isaac Walton League also ordered a bench, a personalized bench, and that's going to go along that walkway, that walk path that they created around the pond. So that should come in maybe in the next couple weeks.
okay, very good. I thank you, city manager.
Just a couple items. First, fireworks hours started officially today, run through July 7th from 9 to 10 p.m. So the police prior to today handled officially 7 complaints, and everyone seemed to do pretty well once they were contacted. But, it's that time of year again where, there's going to be some upset people and there's going to be some people that love it. So it's a topic that's bound to get some conversation going again. Do want to mention that, and Aaron McCauley from the chamber will be here shortly, but I was personally really impressed with how that event went off. And 114 competitors from 7 different states came to Maquoketa. And I suspect next year it'll be 150 to 200 after the experience they have, and hopefully that continues to revive itself to its prior level.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. Okay, thank you. If we have no more discussion, I accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Colister, seconded by Coolman. All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Any opposed?